If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to nano boost that like button and subscribe to support our content. Also consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/BNSBC. Hey, how y'all doing? Welcome back to another video. Just want to let y'all know that you can get involved with professional esports right now. No team affiliation required. Just visit facebook.com/Collegiate E-Sports. Links also in the description below. Alright, let's get to the video. Big thanks to the guest on our show for the Genji clips. His YouTube channel will be provided at the end of the video. We're going to be analyzing the pros and cons of the gameplay. So the first mistake we notice in this highlight is positioning as he activates his ult. He ults in a position where it's hard to scope out enemies and plan ahead. Luckily, the McCree and Widow missed their shots on the Genji, so when he made his way over there, he was able to get the double kill. However, in Grandmasters, these mistakes will cost you dearly. You shouldn't have had to spend this extra 1 second looking for the next target. You should have been able to plan ahead, looking down at the enemies and make an estimate where they would be going next. If he was at high ground when he used his ultimate, he could have seen where the Widow was, killed her and the McCree, and Mercy would have made her way over. He also saw that Mei was there, could have killed her as well. Mercy would have rushed over to heal Mei as he was fighting her, leading a potential quadra kill. His timing wasn't that bad though. The important factor that made his timing a lot better was that he used his ult when there was a large group of squishy characters. Squishies are characters with low health, which are easy for Genji to take out, only needing to swipe his sword twice to kill them. Alright, on to the next highlight. He definitely improved when scoping out the engagement this time. He's making good use with the dash attack and he has a general sense where everybody is. That allowed him to get max usage from his ultimate. However, there are a few things to touch on within this gameplay. A few mistakes that you want to be thinking about while using Genji's ult, and the first thing is, as you'll see, there's a Winston on the other team. Winston's considered a pretty hard counter to Genji's depending on their skill level. But we are talking Grandmasters here, so you gotta keep that in mind. The Winston's actually gonna know what he's doing. That being said, the first suggestion I would make is that while he's scoping out the enemy, I would have looked for the Ana and gotten rid of the Ana before anyone else. With the Winston in the middle of the battle, you want to make sure he's not getting healed while you're trying to target your enemies. As you saw in this engagement, there are enemies on both sides of Winston. So what I would have done was kill the Sombra right away, which he did perfectly. Then after killing the Sombra, I knew that the Ana was right next to her. So I would have made Ana my next target. After I knew Ana was wiped out, Winston wouldn't have been able to get healed. I still want to keep my distance from Winston because remember in Grandmasters, they know what they're doing. So you want to stay out of his range when you're attacking the enemy. I also knew that McCree was going to be on the other side of Winston. So what I would have done was dash through the Winston to hit the McCree and then take him out. After he's been dealt with, then dash back at the Winston. The Winston would have been hit by multiple dashes at that point with no healing, and I could have taken out the Winston with one final sword swipe. The reason this thought process is possible is because there's one important thing you need to keep in mind at all times when using your ultimate. It's that when using your dash and you kill somebody, your dash cooldown is reset automatically. So I know that once I kill somebody, I immediately have my dash available again. It's real important to remember that because if you don't, then this whole idea of dashing through the Winston multiple times would not be possible. On this third highlight that our guest provided to us, he did a real great job using his ultimate. We're going to break it down to show you why his ultimate works so well for him and why it would work real well in Grandmasters. You need to keep in mind that this is from a Grandmaster's perspective, so we play against people assuming that they know what they're doing. To start things off, Genji's having a 1v1 battle with the soldier on high ground. He knows he won't be able to take out the soldier in this 1v1, so he decides to pull out his ultimate. Not super smart because he didn't check the battlefield beforehand, but it worked out for him this time. He goes after the squishies using his dash attacks real well, keeping in mind the cooldowns. He goes after the soldier and McCree, knowing that those two will be able to shoot him while he's using his ultimate. Continues to move through the battle, keeping him safe from enemy fire, which I cannot stress enough how important it is to keep moving with Genji. It's a huge mistake to be static this Genji. You should always be constantly moving on the map, keeping yourself unpredictable to the enemy. So that wraps up our Genji tutorial. If you enjoyed the video and thought it was helpful, be sure to click that like button. Subscribe if you're new and would like to see more content from us. Once again, I'd like to thank our guest for providing us this Genji footage. You can check out his channel here. See you all in the next video. Peace!